Dave, 2-all draw today. How do you assess the performance?
Again, positives. As always, there will be negatives. Disappointed with obviously conceding goals. We went through a phase probably when I first came to the club where it took us to score 3 goals to win a game, and we need to get away from that. And like I said, disappointed with the goals we conceded, and we need to improve on that. But on the other side of it, it's more minutes. There was some, like I say, some good stuff, some good combinations and things that we can work on, and we've got to take that forward into next week now, a week of training, and hopefully take it on a step further when we play our next game.
I was going to say, because obviously between the two teams there was 90 minutes for most of the lads today and yesterday, so how pleasing was it that most of them came through that?
Yeah, the important thing is, like I say, is that they come through unscathed, and they don't pick up injuries. That's again worst case scenario. We're a little bit short on numbers anyway, so what you don't want to do is lose any of them and be chasing your tail already. So that's important. Like I say, we're asking them to train at an intensity and play at an intensity that will help us as the season gets going. And like I say, today's a good workout for us. We've got lots from it physically, and lots that I suppose re-emphasise the things that we're trying to point out day to day on the training pitch. And again, although the way we want to play is to be expansive and to be forward thinking, that's not at the expense of being secure defensively. And like I said, we've conceded poor goals from our perspective, but I suppose if you take the positive out of that, we're conceding poor goals at the right time, and we can it highlights what needs to be done and where we need to be at, and sharpens the minds of the people that are in there.
Seems to be a lot of creativity in the team. Obviously when you changed it as well, it had like some Foster coming on, but on the left with Molyneux and Ferguson, there's a lot of creativity there. Is that what you wanted from your team? Yeah,
listen, look, we want to score goals. We want to be able to, I suppose, have different personnel that provide us with different things, and I think we've got that in forward areas. There's always going to be a pressure on them to produce and to score goals and set goals up and things like that. But again, the flip side of that is we've got to make sure we're secure the other way. Everyone has a rolling out of possession, but up the top end of the pitch, like I say, we seemed in most instances all the forward players have got themselves a goal, which is great, and hopefully when the season starts, one, or if not more than one of them, can hit the ground running. Everyone's looking for that 20-goal a season striker that is hard to come by, but hopefully we've got, like I said, a couple that can get us goals, which will be important to us obviously through the season.
And on that note, David Parkhouse with his first appearance for the club today, how did you feel he did?
Yeah, listen, again, work in progress. For him to get a goal is always going to be really important. It's and even when the league starts, to get I suppose Mook off your back in terms of getting off the mark will be really important for all of them. He only trained with us once. Again, he watched the game last night, so we've seen some things in terms of what we want from him, but we'll be able to again now have a full week in terms of going through things that we want to do with him. Again, a little bit of a different formation with the two of them on top, two again young ones that have only met each other once or twice. So like I say, plenty of positives, and I think that when we do get him to where we need to be, as shown, he'll get himself in areas where he'll get opportunities to score goals, and his record says that he will score goals, and I've no doubt he can do it at the level we're playing at.
After what's been, well, certainly a different 6 months, is it nice to be back? It's the third game of pre-season. Is it nice to be back having a bit of normal for you?
Yeah, of course it is. It's still, again, you do need to get back into it. Although it's a pre-season game, I'm as competitive as ever. I don't like us not playing well, because I see day to day what they can do, and when it doesn't happen on a Saturday, Tuesday, whatever it might be, it's frustrating. But yeah, it's great to be back. It's great to be in and around the players, because that's what we love doing. That gives us the most enjoyment, and ultimately allows us to, I suppose, try and make us better, which is something that we all demand and we all expect of each other, and we do our best to try and improve on a day-to-day basis. And obviously getting results only enhances the sort of feeling of being able to do that.
And I'm not just asking this because he just walked past, but 90 minutes for Joe Gray today. How big a player is he going to be for us this season?
Yeah, listen, Joe's been great since he's come in. It's we didn't want to play him 90 today. Mason got a little bit of a kick last night, so he couldn't play that last half an hour. We need to be careful with Joe. Listen, from my perspective, anything we get from him this year will be a bonus, because he's a baby. He's only just turned 17, but he's been brilliant since he came in. And like I say, we'll make decisions over the coming months as to what the plan is with him. Do we keep him in and around us? Do we potentially go out getting games? That will again depend, I suppose, on how the more experienced forwards do. But he's put himself in with a real good opportunity of being, like I say, being part of the squad. He's lots of development to do, and I have no doubt that in 12 months' time you'll see a completely different player, a completely different person physically, and then all of a sudden he may not look like a 17-year-old trying to compete at national league level.
Brilliant.
Cheers, thank you.